Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. We have a top 25 class between two of the best teams in the sport and both hoping to enhance their postseason resume. It's the Arkansas Razorbacks and the Auburn Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Well, guys, the Arkansas head coach told me before the game, this running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Holly. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Smith takes the handoff. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. And the Razorbacks want to move quickly. Right back to him on the ground. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
I know 4 yards doesn't seem like a lot, but man, it's so nice when you can dictate to a defense. And 4 yards, back-to-back plays now set up with a whole playbooks available. I can do whatever I want. I can be aggressive. I love when offenses stay in that third down and short range.
Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, this left-handed quarterback, he drills throwing on the run to his right a lot in practice for situations just like that, and it paid off there.
Running inside, it's Smith.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Jackson gonna throw it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Kane. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Auburn doing business in the red zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Singleton. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Delayed handoff. It's Ncaa. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. He might want another play. Quarterback keeps it. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Doing it himself again. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown Tiger. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
The run inside. It's Smith. Breaks into the open. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And right down the middle. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turn wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation.
Finding some room. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
Grab behind the line. It's Kane. Makes a grab and room to run. Inside the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give is to Smith. He's in open space downfield. Crosses to 35. Oh, there's an alley on the left. Touchdown, Arkansas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play. That will do it. That will get you almost there. When you get handed off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy, it's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
And he tacks on the extra point. And he takes this from inside the 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Brown wants to pass. Stepping to the right. Lets it fly. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
And this is the kind of quarterback I want to build my offense around. I mean, guys that can scoot, extend plays. It makes the offensive line better, wide receivers better when you can do things like this and get completions down the field.
At the 45, on his way. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Complete in the middle. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
Moves around to clear up the vision. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Looking to fire. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Touchdown, Auburn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Makes a move. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards for the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
Absolutely nothing settled, deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. On the move from inside his 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shug Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism and he showed you he has the ability.
Just plowing ahead. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Hard running there. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to their running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Now on the move. He is stopped right at the 21-yard line, and now it'll be 4th down and decision time.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's got it. 1st down and more. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn! That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play together and got in the end zone.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. And the Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up. They feed him again. Got a little grass. The 40. The 20. Past the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point splits the uprights. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Running inside. It's Ncaa. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Kane. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Brown will throw it. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. He has been unstoppable. The ultimate dual threat, positively fantastic.
And that dude was just so incredible to watch, and that's what he's putting on display. He's looking like that. Just whatever he wants to do, it's working, and this Auburn offense is cooking.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Rushes on him. The throw. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Jackson will throw. Under fire. And down he goes.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. Moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
The Razorbacks take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Tigers! Fit it in the window for the score. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Jackson gonna throw it. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Spins away. He's running free down the middle. He's at the 30. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
But that's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half. Close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the big fella. Pulled down for the tackle. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
Not a lot of room to work. He made sure that football was secured. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Brown wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
Open on the left side, it's Smith. There he goes. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the red zone, it's Smith. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. On second and goal, they go right back to it. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 3 team, the Oregon Ducks. And it's the Buckeyes, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. And it moves their mark to 8-1 on the season.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
That's caught. It's Singleton. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside of wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it and they get that turnover.
Great job. Defense here forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The run inside. It's hot. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
He'll keep it on second down. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. Brown will throw it. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Tigers. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Got his man downfield. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Man, this quarterback has been dialed in all game long. He's making outstanding decisions, and he's been so accurate throwing the football. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Brown wants to pass. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
He wants to throw it again. This time it's complete.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Fires to the tight end. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
On the ground, it's Cobb. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Cobb. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. Might have a chance. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. That's 3 touchdowns in this game, and he's up to 11 on the season. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. Smashes through the tackle. He'll step out of bounds just short of the 25-yard line, and this offense has an explosive play early in the drive.
Defenses have had their hands full slowing this guy down all season long. It's the speed, and it's the open field running ability and vision. That's why he's second in the nation in rushing yards, and that's why he's square in the conversation for the Heisman Trophy.
He's loose down the left side. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a 74-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Brown will throw it. Sure hands, it's Nimrod. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Quarterback making checks. Running inside. It's Ncaa. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Play action. It's complete to the left. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ncaa. There's some room. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Sends it back in motion. He'll pull it down and run. Turning it on. Flies to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, 1 possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. In the red area, it's Washington. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's got it on the right.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Brown wants to pass. Got it! And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get into those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Wide receiver going in motion. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. Here we go. Ready, move. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again. He noses his way into the end zone. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Incomplete pass, but it'll be a productive play for the offense. This flag's going to go against the D. Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. Trailing by a touchdown here in the fourth. They'll try to get it back with the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. So here comes the Auburn offense. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football. So breaks into the open. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks, it's first down.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game, and Jesse, I don't know about the clock, but that thing's about to run out.
And that's really the identity of this offense, too. They are going to be physical. They're going to run the ball even when you know it's coming. And in that situation where you just need one first down to end the game, you can go out and execute like that. They're going to feel good after this one.
Might as well give it to him again. And he swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you've got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.
Well, victory formation is every offensive coordinator's favorite play call as this offense is about to close this game out.